Hello, and welcome to a place that we don't meet in very often. This is my bedroom. If you couldn't tell, I apologize for the light jump scare. But today we are starting a new project, which is one that I'm actually very, very excited for. I don't know if y'all have seen these on your feed, but I swear I've been seeing them everywhere, and that is going to be a 6-day star blanket. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, why would I ever make one of those? I'm not going to follow the trend, and now I've seen 10 more videos of people making them, and I want to make one so freaking bad. So I found the free pattern, which I have linked down below if you're interested in making your own blanket, but I went ahead and skimmed it just to see like how long it might take me, and she said, like the author of the pattern said, to set aside 2 hours a day to crochet the blanket for 6 days, because it's called the 6-day star blanket. So that would mean by her calculations it takes 12 hours to make a blanket. Now, I have been told time and time again by people both in and outside of the crochet community that I crochet very fast, and because of this I want to see if I can make a star blanket in less than 12 hours. Do I think I can? I really have no idea, because I really don't time myself crocheting that often, even though I really should, because I have to price out my projects, but I don't. I just kind of guess and hope it's okay. So this is going to be the first project that I have ever officially timed myself on how long it takes me to make it. And because I've put myself on a mini yarn buying ban because I have so much yarn, it's like really, really bad. I really only had one colorway option of what I could do for this blanket, but I'm not upset with it. This right here is the yarn that I'm going to be using to make my 6-day star blanket. It's a Karen Big Cake in the colorway Toffee Brickle. This really doesn't give me Toffee Brickle vibes, but this is what it does look like. In this bag, I have 2 cakes of this yarn, but if I need more, I'm not even kidding you, like 12 more skeins of this. I bought it in bulk because I really like the colorway, and I've made like 3 sweaters with it so far, and I don't have any of them because everybody else loves these colors too, so this is something I'm very excited for. But with that being said, it is officially time to do day 1 of the star blanket. I'm gonna go grab my hook and let's go start crocheting. Okay, the numbers are officially in. For day 1 of the 6-day star blanket, you make 9. You make 9 starting rounds that you don't repeat, and this is what mine looks like. I love the star blanket look so much. Look how pretty it is. And these 9 rounds actually did not take me 2 hours. It took me 31 minutes and 33 seconds. Now, I didn't think the first part was going to take me 2 hours because it's only 9 rounds, but I'm wondering if when we get more further into the blanket, if it's going to take more time, because obviously the blanket gets bigger, so it takes longer to go around and everything like that, right? So I'm interested to see how our time goes up as our blanket gets bigger, but with day 1 officially done, I am going to go ahead and send you to day 2 me. Okay, good morning and welcome officially to day 2 of our star blanket. As a little reminder, yesterday we ended off on 31 minutes and 33 seconds for our time, with our blanket looking like this. For today, I believe we only have 7 rows. Yeah, so today we only have 7 rows to do, but these 7 rows are what we're going to be repeating for the rest of the days. So for days 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, I have 7 rows each day. And I think that's all there really is to say. So let's get started on day 2 of our star blanket. So I have officially finished the crocheting for day 2, and at the end of crocheting, my timer is now at 1 hour and 20 minutes. So I think it took me about 50 minutes to do the second part, which, oh boy, makes sense. Seeing as the first couple of rows only took me 30 minutes, and then, as we get bigger in the blanket, the rows get longer and everything like that, 50 minutes makes, sense. And after those 50 minutes, this is what my blanket is looking like. I love the colors of it, and I think this is going to turn out to be a very pretty blanket. I'm very excited. But going back to the timer, we still haven't hit the 2-hour mark, which is what it's supposed to take for like 1 day of working on this blanket. So I'm wondering if maybe at the end I might need to add more rows like of the repeat. But for right now, it looks absolutely stunning, and I'm not too worried about the size because, you know, we're 2 days in. But yes, this is what my blanket is like for day 2. Let's go ahead and start day 3. I've officially finished crocheting for day 3, which means we are officially halfway through our blanket. Or I should say what I think is going to be halfway through our blanket. We might end up adding a couple more rounds of the repeat, just depending on how big this gets, because we're only halfway and it's kind of small for a blanket. But for day 3, our timer is officially at 2 hours and 29 minutes and 50 seconds, so about 2.5 hours, which means that this last round of repeats took 1 hour and 10 minutes. And in that hour and 10 minutes, our blanket now looks like this. It is coming along absolutely beautiful. We officially have 1 repeat of every single color. I think it's absolutely stunning. Like, look at that. I think it's beautiful. But yeah, I am still crocheting faster than the 2 hours a day, if I've understood it correctly. I'm starting to wonder if maybe I didn't understand the directions properly, and maybe I needed to do like 2 parts a day, but we'll see. For halfway, it's you know, it's getting there, but we might end up having to do more like, I guess, 8 days for each day, disregarding the first day, because the first day was our setup rounds. You just repeat 7 rounds each time. So I'm almost wondering if we need to do a couple more rounds of those repeats, and if so, then we get to have a little bit longer together. But that is it for day 3. I'm gonna go ahead and send you over to day 4 me. Hello and good morning. So yesterday I finished doing day 4 of our blanket. I once again just did 1 section of the repeats, and this is where we are currently sitting with our blanket. I think it is looking absolutely beautiful so far, and I am loving how it's turning out. I forgot to bring our timer up here with me, but I believe our clock is at like 3 hours and 30 minutes. This is what it's actually at. I could be like completely wrong, but I'm still really far ahead of how long this blanket is supposed to take me. So I'm thinking I may have interpreted it wrong, and it should have been work on the blanket for 2 hours every day instead of it's gonna take you 2 hours every day. Does that make sense? Like, instead of just doing 1 section and seeing how long it took, I should have been crocheting for 2 hours every day, and however long that was, that's what I should have spent on the blanket. Because obviously, this is not even close to being a full-size blanket, and I do want it to be pretty big. So for today, which is day 5, and tomorrow, which is day 6, I am going to do 2 of each of the repeat. I know I said I was just going to tack on the extra time at the end, but I actually have a lot of time to crochet today. So I'm thinking I'm going to start with doing 2 more sections of the repeat. Yeah, because if I was getting 1 of the repeats done in like 45 minutes, I could have done like 2.5 in an hour. So for day 5 and day 6, I'm going to do 3 sections of the repeat. But now that I know what I was supposed to be doing the whole time, this is going to take me a little bit longer to sit down and get done, probably a little bit more than 2 hours. So I think it's officially time to go start working on our blanket again, because it still needs a little bit of TLC if you ask me. Hello and welcome to the final day of us working on this blanket. I actually have not sat down with this for like 2 days. I did day 5 like 3 days ago, 2 to 3 days ago. And this is where our blanket is currently at. I know I said I was gonna do 3 of the little repeats, but I ended up only doing 2, and I'm only gonna do 2 today as well. I could absolutely do 3 and make it bigger, but I have so many blankets in my inventory right now that if I add in another big one, I'm gonna need to get another bin for storage, and I don't have that. So we're gonna make like a little mini 6-day star blanket. I am also like super duper uber dumb, and when I finished crocheting the last time I worked on this blanket, I didn't stop my timer until hours later. So the timer's sitting somewhere at like 15 hours. However, that time is not accurate at all, so I'm giving up. And how long does it actually take me to make a star blanket? And now it's just us making a star blanket together. But you know, I never claimed to be smart. I just said I wanted to make a star blanket. But today is the last and final day of it. I'm very excited. We probably have, I'm not kidding you, like 6 hours we need to do, because the last 2 repeats took me listening to almost the entirety of the Fourth Wing audiobook on double time. So I think it took me like 10 hours, which is a little bit insane. Well, not the entirety of the Fourth Wing audiobook, but most of it. Like it took me like literally all day when I was working on it. So we're gonna be up late tonight. However, I am very excited to dive back into working on our blanket. So that is what we are gonna go do now. Let's go finish making our star blanket. I am so excited. Okay, so it is the next morning. I have actually finished our blanket. However, the footage that I took of me doing the blanket did not get saved because my phone died mid-recording and didn't save the video. So I'm sorry, I have literally no footage of me finishing up this freaking blanket, but I have finished it. So let me show you what it officially looks like after what I'm guessing is about 15 hours of crocheting. No, that's highballing it. Maybe 12? I don't know. But this is what it looks like. Ta-da! It's really hard to hold it out to show it to you because it has so many freaking points, but I think it came out absolutely stunning. But yeah, this is my first official star blanket that I have done start to finish. I am like utterly obsessed with this pattern, but it also drives me absolutely insane because of how long it takes to get around the rounds when you get so big in the blanket. But I mean, that's like the whole point of blankets. So it's a very much me issue, but for what it's worth, I absolutely love making this star blanket. If you guys are looking to make one of your own, I have of course linked the pattern down below, and this blanket will be up on my Etsy eventually. If I have a planned date, I'll put it on the screen now, but as far as I know, I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking right now. But yes, thanks again for coming to make this blanket with me. I had a whole bunch of fun, and I hope that you did too. Have a wonderful time with your little crafts and projects and whatever you may be doing until the next time that I see you, which will hopefully be next Saturday. Bye!